Once upon a time, a seed was planted. Two journalists who reported on the practice of modern direct democracy in Europe and America had an idea: a global conference on everyone's right to have a say in the decisions that shape their lives. The Global Forum on Modern Direct Democracy was born. The first Global Forum on Modern Direct Democracy was convened in 2008 in Switzerland by the Swiss-Swedish broadcast journalist Bruno Kaufmann and his Californian colleague Joe Matthews. As a unique place where direct democratic rights had been developed over more than a century and where the practice of citizen lawmaking is very much alive, Switzerland was the logical first host country. Through the forum, Bruno and Joe wanted to get a better understanding of the diverse developments in democracy. The forum was to bring both the know-how and the open questions to all those interested in working on democracy around the world. Since then, this idea of a global democracy community has grown day by day. Today, a consortium of host organizations coordinated by Democracy International organizes the Global Forum on Modern Direct Democracy with local and international partners from all over the world. The Global Forum has taken place 10 times in the last 15 years in 8 different countries on 5 continents: Aarau, Seoul, San Francisco, Montevideo, Tunis, San Sebastian, Rome, Taichung, Lucerne, and now we are here in Mexico. Thousands and thousands of activists, hundreds of scholars, journalists, and government practitioners have met to learn from each other and to make democracy more democratic. In those 15 years, the worldwide network of those passionate about democracy has continued to grow. To continue the Global Forum conversation online, we created a platform, the Democracy Community, where we can connect and learn from each other. We invite you to become part of our community as well. 15 years ago, the world of democracy, with its different instruments and forms, seemed like an impenetrable jungle. We created the Direct Democracy Navigator to map all existing direct democracy procedures around the world. Today, this knowledge base forms an essential basis for democracy research worldwide. Most recently, we recorded the constitutions of indigenous peoples in the Navigator, recognizing those who all too often are barred from meaningful political participation. It is a small beginning, but it could also be a first seed that will grow towards more inclusive and equal societies across the world.
I think I've learned 3 big things as co-president of the Global Forum for 15 years. The first is California is not very good at direct democracy. Great at technology, great at film, not great at direct democracy, and we have a lot to learn from the world about how to change our system and make it better. The second is that every country in the world needs to copy the provision of the Swiss Constitution from 1999 that pledges the Swiss Federation to promote and protect democracy all over the world. If you don't have that in your constitution, are you really a democracy on the side of democracy? I don't think so. We need to follow the Swiss in that. The third, the final, the most important lesson is about local democracy. Democracy really is local democracy. Democracy is everyday people governing themselves. And what I've learned from people coming to the forum is just how similar the challenges of local governance and local democracy are everywhere in the world, in all kinds of contexts. We really, at the community level, are facing the same questions, the same challenges everywhere. And if we're going to solve them, we're going to have to learn from each other. That's the biggest lesson of the Global Forum.
On the local level, governments are pioneering participatory and direct democratic tools. More and more, cities have become focal points for handling global crises on health, the climate, and human rights. Local efforts have also proven essential to counter populistic and autocratic attempts to reverse fundamental human rights. At the Democracy City Summit, local leaders from around the world share and develop key dimensions of local democracy. Last but not least, as the seed needs the earth, light, and water to flourish, the further development of democracy needs a community of people, their creativity, their initiative, strong democratic institutions, and finally, to sustain all this, money. This is why we have founded the Swiss Democracy Foundation. The foundation supports projects that promote democracy, tolerance, and knowledge and understanding for greater participation of citizens in the political process.
15 years of the Global Forum on Modern Direct Democracy has taught us so much. We have learned how important stable institutions are. We know how we have to improve the procedures of direct democracy. And we also know that we have to be active globally to ensure that democracy will stay and become stronger.